My friends, I have my bargain bead box. It felt like it took forever for it to get this here this time, and I'm super ready to get into this one. I watched the sneak peek. I've been excited ever since then. I cannot wait to dig into this. Let's make sure there's no code showing here. So we are Winterberry Wishes. So this month we have, oh, look at that list. Amazing, amazing, amazing. And this is exciting. Now here's the thing. Typically it says what the retail value is at the bottom. Mine was kind of cut off. So yeah, mine is cut off. So mine starts way up here and goes all the way down. So I don't remember what the retail value was for this, but I'm still super excited to go through it. Let's do this. Let's take a peek. I know we've got some purples, and then we've got a purple bag. So love it. And I know there's coppers in here. I cannot wait to dig in. Come on, all of you, all of you, all of you. Give me all of you. Oh, look. Oh, yes, please. And oh, and thank you. Oh, this is happy stuff. These are awesome. Oh, so cool. Oh, yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready. Let's go through it, my friends. Let's go through it. We are starting out with an amethyst teardrop pendant. This is a $7.99 retail value. This is a 30 by 18 millimeter pendant. And oh, so nice. So nice. Oh, that is so deep and rich. All right. I like that. Let's definitely start there and keep that going. So fun. So fun. So number 2, we have a 7-inch strand here of 3 by 2 millimeter phosphosiderite faceted rondelle beads. $7.99 value. This is an expensive and, from what I know of, pretty rare gemstone. I haven't seen it really. That is gorgeous. That is gorgeous. Gorgeous. I love these little babies. Just little bitty guys. Little bitty. Look at those facets. Oh, that is so, so good. Oh, I love it. Love it, love it. That is nice. Good start. I'm liking that. And number 3, we have another 7-inch strand. This is 8 millimeter purple lepidolite. These are round beads at a $6.99 value. So pale. Oh, so pale. Oh, look at those. That is just precious. Oh, so you have those like creamy whites that crackle through there. Those are super cool, super cool. So that's really going to give an offset to that deep dark purple that we already have seen. I like those. I like those. Yeah, I'll take those all day. Oh, how fun are those? I like that a whole bunch. And then we're coming in here with number 4, another 7-inch strand. This is 6 millimeter aquamarine. These are heated. They're faceted round beads, $7.49 value. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. Oh, that is so nice. All those variations of the blue that go through there and the white. Some are pretty deep and opaque, while others are a little more creamy and have that little bit of grayish that come into it before the blue. Those are beautiful. Look at those sparkle. So nice. So nice. Aquamarine, you can get so many different variations on that aquamarine, but I love that we have the darks and then the whites, and then it creams in here to the darks again and then back to the whites. Yeah, I like that strand. I like that strand. We have some inclusions in here. That's just beautiful though. I love it. Love it, love it. That's fun. That's a fun little strand. Oh, look at those. Good stuff. And then number 5, so another 7-inch strand. This is 10 millimeter purple aventurine. These are frosted round beads, $4.99 value. And I don't think I said these aquamarine were a $7.49 value. Ooh. Okay, so these are really different. So, aventurine, it comes out, it's not going to be just like a classic purple. But I love that actually. I really like the depth in this. It pulls out kind of some brown hues to it, and you see like that speckling that goes through them. Yeah, I like these. I do like these. These are different. These will give a different spin too on design. So yeah, I will take those all day. I like those. I like those. Some may not like those too much, but I like those. I think those are really, really cool. Really cool. Those are fun. Those will definitely add some changes to design, and I will take that. Yeah, that's cool. Like it. Number 6, 5-inch strand here, again of aquamarine. These are heated. They're faceted cylinder beads and $5.99 value. Oh, look at these little guys. Oh, looky here. Oh, those are cool. Those are cool. You see we have a lot of those lights that go through here. So yeah, that's fun. That's fun. With aquamarine, you kind of don't know what you're going to get. You can get any of those varied tones. And I like these. You have some little clear seed beads in the middle there. Those are cool. Those are cool. I like little cylinder beads. And then number 7, this is a 10-inch strand. These are 5.5 millimeter English cut faceted crystal beads in a lavender AB. Oh, I like them. $3.99 value. Oh, I do like me some of these. Look at that. Oh, the bling. That is fun. I like that pale lavender color. Those are cool. Love those beads. I'm going to definitely be getting those in the extras, no doubt. And then number 8, we have a 15-inch strand here. This is 3.5 by 3 millimeter crystal rondelle beads in a winter berry mix. This is also a $3.99 value. Oh, they're cute. So this is going to pull all those tones in, right? Yeah. I love the mixes that I get with Beadbox Bargains and Bargain Beadbox. I really, really do. These are super crystally. Super crystally. Look at that. That is oh so fun. Love all the varied tones in this. Love all those varied tones. That's going to really help out. That's going to open up so many options. So many. Those are nice. Those are real good. And wowza. Oh, right? Number 9 here, 15-inch strand, 8 millimeter glass pearl beads in mulberry. $3.79 value. Oh, these are nice glass pearls. Oh, they have some nice weight to them. Oh, the glistening that's coming off of them. Those are gorgeous. Oh yeah, those are really, really good. Yeah. These are the glass beads that you keep a hold of and that you utilize wisely. These are good ones. Yeah, I like these. I like these a lot. I really like that tone as well. That's nice. That's a nice strand. Yeah, I think I'll take some extras of those as well. Just saying. And then number 10, 20 pieces here of 11 by 7 millimeter glass leaf beads in a slate rainbow iris. $1.99 value. I'm in love. That's it. I'm in love. I have leaf beads. Oh, these are so fun, right? Oh, love it. The kind of gray silvers that pop through, and you see the gold that pops through. That beautiful blue purple. These are gorgeous. Gorgeous. That is fun stuff. You know I like me some leaf beads, and these are not disappointing. Yeah, that's good. Number 11, we have here 2 pieces of 22 millimeter lamp work glass twisted leaf pendants. These are copper rose. Fun. Oh, they're beautiful. $2.99 value. These are beautiful. Wow. Oh, wow. I really, really, really like these. This is my shade of pink, and oh, that sparkling that goes through there is just very nice, very nice. Love those. Really, really love those. Those are gorgeous. And number 12, we have 4 pieces here of 28 by 33 millimeter poinsettia pendants, lead-free, nickel-free, cadmium-free, $2.99 value. Oh, these are great. My goodness, look at the richness of this color. This is absolutely stunning. I'm in love with these guys. That is my favorite kind of copper, just that bright that pops through there. So you have that deep, deep, and then those bright little bursts. Nice. Here's the back of them. Those are really nice. I like those a lot. Ooh, goes really well with the copper, right? That purple aventurine. Number 13, 10 pieces of 13 by 7 millimeter pine cone charms. All of these metals are pretty much lead-free, cadmium-free, and nickel-free. These are $1.99 value, and I love them. You cannot go wrong with some of these. Nope, nope, you can't. Really like those. Those are cute, fun, fall little guys. Number 14, 2 pieces here of 21 by 19 millimeter poinsettia flower pendants. Okay, $1.99 value. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. Those are fun. We're gonna have all sorts of options. I like. So I also like that we have that variation, right? So we have those brights with just a little bit of dark, and then we have those darks with just a little bit of bright. That's a nice palette. Real nice palette. Yeah, I like that a lot. Number 15, 10 pieces here of 16 by 8 millimeter dotted filigree floral links. $2.99 value. We have had these before. I don't think I have any in copper actually, so yeah, maybe, I don't know. But I'm still happy to have them. These are just great. I think they're great. Yep, I like them. I really like these in bracelets and for, a certain portion of an earring. Lots of fun. Number 16, 6 pieces of 14 by 10 millimeter branch pattern oval beads, $2.99 value. Oh, I like those. Yeah, we have some that's like this that have like almost little flowers that go through them. I'll have to pop those out and take a peek at those, but this is just really cute. This is nice. These are nice. Yep, I will take those all day. Loving the pops in here. Loving the pops. Number 17, 40 pieces here, 7 millimeter scrolled bead caps, $3.99 value. I love these bead caps. We've had these bead caps before. I really like these bead caps. I think they go really good with that. Yep. And they're those deep, dark copper. So nice. Good stuff. Number 18, 1 meter here of 4 by 3 millimeter textured cable chain, $3.99 value. Love this textured chain. The textured chain just really, it can be, it can help you with your rustic kind of vibe that you're going with for a design. It can help you with even the simplest little elegant designs. I like them. I like because they're just little small links, but that texturing just really gives them something. Really does. I like that chain. I'm happy to have some more of that chain. All I keep thinking about now is, what is the companion bundle going to be? Oh, yeah, that's one I want to get. So number 19, 2 pieces here, 24 by 17 millimeter floral toggle clasps, $1.99 value. So cute. Look at that little twist. So cute. 2-sided. Happiness. I love them. I'm going to be getting me some extras from this box, and I do believe I'm going to do whatever I can to get the companion bundle. I'm excited about that. Number 20, 6 pieces here of 7 by 4.5 millimeter scrolled tube bail beads, $1.99 value. Oh, they're just little. Look at these little bitty bails. So nice. Looky there. Right? Just right. So cool. I like those. I like little bitty bells. You know, the bigger bells are fine too, but little bitty bells are just fun. These are also really fun in bracelets. I really like them in bracelets. They are fun. And then last but not least, number 21, 5 grams of 4 to 10 millimeter brass jump ring mix. Antique copper, 99-cent retail value, and you can't go wrong with a good mix of jump rings, especially because for a beginning beater, you may not have very much copper in your stash. And so I love that they included these. Love that. Love that. You can't go wrong with those. And I love that the majority of them are just little bitty guys. Love that. Love that. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is not going to be just an unboxing. I am definitely doing a design. Definitely doing a design. So let me get on that. I'm sparking here and there and everywhere. Loving this palette. This is gorgeous, is it not? Gorgeous. Okay, give me a minute. I'll be back. Yay. Okay, my friends, let me first start off by saying it's the next day. So I had come back. I had partially started making this. I kept hearing this weird noise. I was thinking it was Squirt, and I'm like, I've never heard him make that noise. What's going on? It was Jasper, and Jasper was not well. He is okay. He's okay. But it was a very long night. I spent the whole night up with him last night. Was at the vet all morning this morning and then worked all day today. And all of his sickness, and I mean, he was sick, all of his sickness came from him breaking into the pantry. Somehow he got open a container that had like a latched lid. He got the container open of the pumpkin seeds that are for Squirt, and he like devoured them. And it was not okay. It was not okay. He was not okay. He scared me so much. I was so worried. But he is okay now. And I get back to my bargain bead box and you. I'm very thankful for that. Very. So I was real excited. I've been real excited, and I am still real excited about what's going to be going on here. So we are going to make a triple strand bracelet, or so sorry. I'm way too used to triple strand bracelets. We're going to do a triple strand necklace and a pair of earrings today, using bargain bead box. And I'm really liking what's happening here. And I've always been a fan of purple and copper, always. And so I'm loving this. So what I'm pulling in from the box is I have these beautiful faceted glass beads, these 6 millimeters, and I'm pulling some of these in. This mix that came in, this winter berry mix, I think it's called, maybe using all of that, maybe, okay. This lepidolite, this is going to be pulled in, and I just really like this bead. The more I'm looking at this gemstone, the more I just really like it. I love the paleness to it. I love that this is a natural color. I love how those kind of cracks and speckling and waves kind of go through them, with that white creaminess. I just really like them, and they go so beautifully with this mix and with everything that's going on with this. So happy about them. We're pulling in some of those leaf beads. We're pulling in some of those aquamarine beryl beads, and some of the faceted 4 millimeter. And with the faceted 4 millimeter, I plucked out all of the whites and close to whites from that mix that I had gotten from my strand. We're pulling in the bead caps, the toggle, these gorgeous links. I love these links. I thought I had some like that. No, I have them in antique bronze that's like this. I have them in antique bronze, but I have some that's in copper that I know I got from Beadbox Bargains. They're bigger, but it's essentially the same kind of design, just bigger. Anyways, I'm pulling those in. We're using the chain, this beautiful focal pendant. This will be our focal today. And let's see, from my stash, I am pulling in bead caps. Imagine that. I think by now we all know these bead caps. I don't think I've used this antique copper in them. So the antique copper came with these. So it was the antique silver, the bright silver, the antique gold, the bright gold, the copper, and the antique bronze. And so all of it was in that one pack from Amazon. I'll link that below. I really like these. I'm also pulling in some of my little spacers. So the spacers that I want to use today are 2mm. Both kinds are going to be 2mm. These are that bright silver. I love bright silver with antique copper. If you have never used, and if you've never mixed silver with antique copper, you definitely want it to be a bright silver because of the difference that it gives. There's a whole different hue and whole different vibe that happens when the silver that's mixed with that is bright silver instead of antique silver. So love it, super excited, really excited about the mixed metals today. Anywho, 2mm, these little faceted guys, and I get them from Hobby Lobby. This is what they come in. They're 50% off always at Hobby Lobby, right? So I always get 2 of them. So I got 2 of them for $7.50. And I'm using that bright silver that's in there. You see the faceting that's in these? It's just so much fun. I really like those guys. I'm becoming a huge fan. And then we are going to be pulling in some of my little glass beads. Is that a broken one? It looks like a broken one. Wowza. So these I also get from Hobby Lobby, and these are just beautiful faceted little beads, little 2mm guys, and the purple goes in really well. So I'm really excited about that. For our mixing, besides the bead caps that we have going on, I'm going to be using some dotted spacers, these dotted daisy spacers, and these are the little 4mm. And I have that antique copper, and they're just a little bit thicker than these. And these are the ones actually from Beadbox Bargain's website. Okay, so I have 3 different kinds of 4mm that I use. I have a kind that is from an antique haul that I had gotten a bunch from, which are different from the ones here from Beadbox Bargains, as well as the ones that are different from Hobby Lobby. So the difference is these from Beadbox Bargains, they do have those pops of the dots that go around the edges. The ones from Hobby Lobby are all flat. And so I really wanted to pull those in, and that way I think it's going to be just absolutely stunning. I mean, I really think this is going to be a stunner. This is going to be a stunner of a design. And so what I've put together, what I've made, before I get into this, what I put together first is I've taken that chain and I have cut some links here. And these are 11 links in each of these. Okay, so I have several of these with 11 links in each. Sorry, I need to blow my nose 1 second. I've felt on the verge of sneezing this whole time I've been talking. So I was like, I need to do something here. I need to do something. I don't want to sneeze. But I cut these links here, and then I made some links. I went ahead and made these to save some time. Okay, and so all this is, surprisingly, my friends, there is no bead caps whatsoever in these links. None, no bead caps. So this is all it is. It's my little purple spacers over here and our 6mm faceted glass bead. And they are just little links like so. So I made those up. What we're going to be using for our wires today. First, for our wrapping wire. This is 24 gauge in bronze. So the bronze color to me is antique copper. Really. And then the copper that's in wire to me is dark rose gold. So, what I use it for is a little different than what it's listed as. But if you'll see, look here at the tone. It's almost identical. And this is the bronze. It's the bronze. So, anywho, that's what I'm using here. I have this, again, this is 24 gauge, and I have this cut to about 7 inches. Okay, we probably won't even need 7 inches of this. Okay, I want my focal to be pretty simple because I just want the piece as a whole to be that focal essentially. For the beading wire, I have two kinds of beading wire that I'm using. I have Soft Flex Satin Silver in medium and Soft Flex Satin Silver in fine. Okay, so one of the strands that is the medium, I have this cut to 15 inches. Okay, the one that is the fine, I have cut to 13 inches. And what we're going to start all of this out with today is, let's go ahead and get our pendant taken care of. So I'm going to move my beading wire aside. And again, I didn't want too much going on with this pendant portion. So I decided not to use the bail, not for this one. I'm not using any of the bails. Instead, I'm going to do a very simple wire wrap with a very simple design right above this guy. But I want a little bit of pop. I want a little bit of pizzazz that's going to be happening. So here's what my plan is. I am going to very simply put this through. And on each side, I want one of these little bitty silvers. Because these little silvers, they could end up one on each side of our little opening hole for the pendant. They could end up popping through the center. They could end up, one on the front, one on the back. Either way, I want just a pop down here. And I'm going to take this to about half. Okay, what's in front here towards me, this one, I want it to be shorter than the back one. Okay, it doesn't have to be by so much or whatever, and you'll see what that is. But what I'm going to do here, you see I'm holding it with one of those little faceted beads on each side. I'm just holding it that way, and I'm going to pop this up. And when I pop this up and I get to about here, see that one popped all the way up, which is fine. Okay, when I get to about here, I'm going to take this front one, the shorter one, and I'm going to bend it back. Okay, so I'm going to move my fingers and bend it back some more. Move my fingers. Oh, get my bead down there. I'm going to get my bead down there. And then I just essentially want him kicked back. So let me grab my pliers. I'm going to come in here right above our loop. I'm just going to kind of kick him back because he is going to be just a security loop here. And then we're going to wrap this top one that I'm going to push straight up. Okay, so this was the shorter one, bent him back. This was the one that was in back, and now he's straight up. Just like that. Just like that. Now, I was not anticipating these beads, though, to stay on the back only. Don't be on the back only. I don't mind if you're not all in the front or anything, but don't be just in the back. So I'm going to adjust this loop just a little bit here, just so that he has room to come back home. Come on back home. Come on back down in here. And with this wire, it's very forgiving. Okay, so we are okay. Doesn't bother me a bit that I just bent it back the other way. Nope, nope. Okay, so that way we can at least see it, right? And so here's what we're looking at now. I'm just going to bend that back. Okay, give him a little bit of a pull. Okay, that's all I'm looking for on there. All I'm looking for. I want you to see a little bit of silver. I want it to be there, but I don't want it to be too crazy. And then the toughest thing about these for me, the toughest thing about this whole thing for me, is this very first part that I'm going to do. This very first little turn. And I've tried it every which way you can do it, right? I've held it with the pliers up top. I've not held it. I've held it with my finger. I've not held it. But I still really like the process of doing it, except for this little bead guy right here. There we go. So I'm just going to hold on to these. And I'm just going to bring him, I'm going to wrap him around once. It doesn't matter if he looks pretty right now. It doesn't matter. Nope, because I'm going to fix him. Okay, so I'm going to kind of pull that out just a little bit without marring it, of course. There we go. And go down here. And from the back, I can just squeeze that closed. Okay, so I'm going to come in here, just pinch him down. Easy as that. And this is just going to be kind of that placeholder that's down at the bottom, because I'm going to be putting stuff on here and then I'm going to be wrapping down to it. So not a biggie, all is well. I'm going to get him wrapped the rest of the way around. There he is. Okay, so we have a little bit of silver, a little bit of silver. And again, like I said, it didn't matter if one popped up in front or not. I wanted them to be seen, right? But that's where we are. And I'm going to cut this guy that I just wrapped off because we have this one up here. Okay, so I'm going to bring in my clippers. I'm on the back side now. I'm just going to make sure we don't have any excessive pokiness happening. We have a little bit going on, so I'm just going to cinch it down. I could not believe how sick my Jasper was last night. I mean, he was sick. He still is nowhere close to himself today. But, oh, I was worried. Oh, I was so worried. Thankfully, he's okay. He's okay. So this is the base of that little pendant. Above this, again, I want it to be pretty simple. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pull two of these darker purples out. And then I'm going to be doing a little bit of a series with these daisy spacers. And I think I want just one of those little groupings to be here. And so I'm going to get out two of those antique copper and then one of our silver. Okay. And that is pretty much it for down here. So I'm going to pop on one of the purple. Let him settle down in there. And then I'm going to do that antique copper, bright silver, antique copper. See that, just that little bitty pop that's in there? It is so fun. I love it a whole bunch. Whole bunch. And I'm just going to put one of these purple on top. Again, super simple is what I'm looking for. Super simple because I want it to be the necklace as a whole, right? Okay, I need to be efficient because this is an unboxing as well. So I'm going to make a wrapped loop. So I'm just going to come up here on top. I want that wrapped loop to go this way. And I'm going to end up connecting it to one of our pieces of chain. So let's just kick that back, up and over, around, make sure he's nice and straightened, and then we'll give him some wraps. You're okay, buddy. There you go. Okay, so that should be good. Pop these over there. Okay. I think I'll use my bent for this. And I ended up, is he straight? Making sure that he's straight and new. He's not too straight. So I'm going to squish him just a little bit to make sure he's nice and straight and pretty. Then I'll come in there and I'll get that little bit of a tail. There we go. And that is our simple, elegant, cutesy, happy pendant. I like it. Do you know what I didn't do though? Yeah, I know. Were you guys yelling at me? Like, Amy, you just said you were going to do this. I did not connect it to our chain. Nope, I did not. So here's all I'm going to do. Just fine. Maybe we needed a little extra silver down here. So instead of him going this way, I'm going to turn him. Let me look and see which way I want to turn him. I'm going to turn him this way. Okay, because we're going to add a jump ring. And if I'm going to add a jump ring, it's going to be silver. Okay, so then that way he is going this way. Our jump ring will go that way to connect to this chain. Okay, so let me get a little jump ring, a baby jump ring, itty bitty teeny tiny one. Like itty bitty teeny tiny. And these did come in some of that bright silver. I'll get out a few just in case. Okay. And we'll connect it this way. So with this chain, I did cut it to 11 links. So we'll count down to that number 6 link and pop him on. But let's first, actually, this might be pretty cool. This might be pretty cool. This might be pretty cool. I wonder. Oh, I can't help myself. Just can't help myself. If I'm already doing this, I may as well see if this would work. Oh, they're just so tiny though. I don't want to fumble with them too much. I think I'm going to fumble. Yeah, I'm going to fumble. I'm not going to do it. That would have been cool though, right? If I still had my delicas out, because I had delicas out playing with them, I could have popped a couple little copper delicas on there, but we're good. It's going to give just barely a little hint of that silver, and I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. And maybe it was meant to be. Okay, so I'm going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to pop this jump ring onto that 6th link. Maybe. Here, little fella. I just did not have a good hold on him. Oh my, oh my. There we go. Okay, let me re-verify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is our 6th. Okay. I'm so sorry, you guys. I literally could not see that silver. It was just gone. It was gone, gone. There he is. Okay. Probably because my wrist was a little bit wonky there. We'll just want to close this up really well. I said really well. Oh yeah, that looks good. Okay, so here is our little pendant. You know what? I do like that silver. And I'm not just saying that to help my mess up. I do like that silver. Okay, so before I attach anything and do anything with the beading wire, I always, when I'm doing this, I'm going to go ahead and separate these guys the way I'm looking for them to be. So I'm going to manually separate them here. And then what I always do is I just kind of let it naturally come down so it lays the way it wants to lay. That way I put my strand through the way it already wants to be so it doesn't look kinked up and kind of kooky, right? So we're going to come in here with our medium. So the medium is going to be this longer strand. I'm going to move that fine aside. And the first thing I'm going to work on is what's going to go between these 2 links of chain. Okay, and it's going to be pretty simple, not, you know, too crazy or too much going on, but I know I want it to be one of these guys, and most likely with some bright silver. Okay, so I'm going to pop him on, and I will put one of those little 3mm bright silvers on both sides. Okay, then I think I'm going to come in here with couple of our daisy spacers. Yeah, let's do that. So I'll pop that daisy spacer on. I think that's going to be the kind of width that I'm looking for. I'll end up doing this again, of course. Well, I am doing this again now, of course. But if this is about like that, yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good. I do think though I want, because this will nestle into that chain so it's not floating all around, is one of these little bitty 2 millimeters. So I'm going to pop one on each side here, then we'll put it through that chain. Okay, so before I do that, I am going to let him roll down. That way I know the way these want to go. Because then I'm going to come in here, I'm going to grab this strand, and I'm going to put it in the way this chain wants to lay. Okay, he wants to go that way. I'm being mindful of that other chain that's still sitting there. See, and I just messed him up. That's okay. So now I'm going to lay that other chain out, and I'm just going to pull it down. See how it's laying? That's what I'm going through. That's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to grab it this way. And from that point, I can just be like, whoop. This way, on that chain, when you see it laying, it doesn't look kinked up on itself at all. It looks very natural. It looks very even. And that's because I let it do what it wanted to do and I just followed its path. You know? So I think that's beautiful. I think that's beautiful. I think actually that's really good spacing that's in between it. And I do want another one of those silvers on the other side of the chain because it's going to kind of nestle inside of that chain link. It's going to kind of keep it in place, you know, keep it where we want it to be. And it's also going to be beautiful. Okay. Love that. I just love that. Now what I'm thinking from here, because the reason why I wanted to do this, I wanted the darker purple down here and a lighter purple in the center, because we're going to be pulling all of those variations in, you know. And so I think here I want to go ahead and pop on one of those darker colors on the outside here. So I'm going to stick to that darker color again, and then whenever we're doing that other strand that's involving a lot of these, I'm just going to be putting them on. Okay, so let's get that purple on there. And get that purple on there. And then we are ready to work up this necklace. So before I start working from just one side, I want to do one more little step as far as what I want to add, and that is these little barrel beads that I'm going to be putting down here at the bottom. I'm going to get the two that are most similar as far as their size especially. So I think, let's see, these two are pretty similar in their size, and these two are pretty similar. Which to go with? I think I'm going to go with these actually. Okay, so what I'm wanting to do with these, the bead caps that I want to do with these is I want to do a 3mm silver. And that's going to be just a little pop on top of this antique copper. You see how he's like rough and bumpy on top? Yeah, he's fun. I'm going to pop that aquamarine on. Then we're going to come right back in with it. So I'm going to pop one on there. Put our 3mm on top of it. Okay, just going to put the other one on the other side. So I'm going to come in here with my 3, with my copper, my barrel, and then end it back out with my copper and my silver. And this is the point where I'm going to bead bug one side, but at least I know I have that primary focal part done, and that way I can show it to you. So pretty. I love those little pops. I just love those little pops. They are just so good. So I'm going to marry these two ends up, and I don't have to have perfect center. Nope, not at all. But I kind of want to have center, or I want to have a kind of center area. So that's what I'm looking for. And now we're ready to bead up this side. Okay, so what I am looking for is, I'm going to pull these guys in. Okay, and I think to kind of accentuate that little kind of glow that goes through them, I think I'm going to put these on the ends of them. Okay, I'm going to use these little purple 2 millimeters just to give a little bit of separation, a little extra bling, because you know that could never hurt. And I just really like them. So I'm going to pop on 3 of these. And this is actually what inspired me to mix the metals, was these leaf beads, because on one side of them there's that like white wash etching that's in there. And it's just so good. So I'm going to put 3 on here. Now the 2 sides are a tad bit different on these leaves. Not enough for me to care which happens for which. And with these beads like this, whenever they get all snuggled up, they're going to be somewhat like that. Love that. So I'm going to put another purple on the other side. Then we're going to work into our series. So I'm going to need some of these faceted 4 millimeters. I'm going to need some of my 3 millimeter bright silver. I'm going to need some of these bright silver, and I'm going to need some of our bead caps from the box. Okay, so when I'm doing all of that, I'm going to need spacers too, but you know, you get me, right? Okay, so from here, I'm going to actually start with those spacers. So I'm first going to do this copper here, okay, and I'm going to come right into that bead cap, because that dotted spacer right up on that bead cap is just, to me, sensational. Look at that. Gah. Yay. Yes, I love it. Then we'll come in here with our lepidolite. And, ooh, what am I thinking? No, I'm not done. We're going to pop the bright silver under that so that it just pokes through. And then our lepidolite. And then our bright silver. And our bead cap from the box. Okay. And then, actually, you know what would look cool? I'm going to go back on my statement. I think I want to start with these. I originally wasn't wanting to, but I think that would look cool. That would be a perfect little spacing. So let's do that. I'm going to backtrack. Bear with me here as I backtrack. From here, whenever I come in here with that spacer, I want to pull these guys in. And they are getting a 3 millimeter silver bead cap only that nestles right up there with that copper daisy spacer. I do think that, yeah, that's a better idea. I'll talk about it more once it's all done, why I'm thinking that, or why I was thinking that, and why I went that route, okay? And so directly from here, I'm going to go ahead and go into that bead cap from the box, and then that bright silver, our beautiful lepidolite. I hope I'm saying that right. I'm so silly with how I say things sometimes, and I don't realize it until way after the fact. You know, like editing. I'm like, Amy, why are you so silly? Okay, so here is what we're looking at. And tell me that silver is not just absolutely stunning with the antique copper. I mean, it's not too overwhelming, it's not too overdone. It's simply stated, and it is simply gorgeous. Love it. Love it. It may not be for everyone, but ooh, it's for me. Oh, it's for me. Okay, so I'm just going to go back into the series. This series that I'm doing here, we're going to go up for 3 of these beads. And I guess since I started with one of these, I'll also end with one. Yeah. I like it. Okay, so I'll come in here with that end one and go right into this bead cap, followed by silver. So I'm being reminded as I'm going through this necklace that very early on when I had my YouTube channel, it was very early. It may have been the first month. Very possible, you know, don't quote me, but very possible. I made a tutorial that was called For the Love of Purple and Copper. I'm not kidding. Actually, I might throw up the thumbnail there so you can see that I'm not joking. And it was using bargain bead box contents. And I just, yeah, I've always loved it. I've always loved it. And I'm not a big purple person, really. But I love these together. And then when I started mixing metals and realized the beauty of this bright silver with it, that's all she wrote. I had to have more. Okay, so I'm just going up that series. We have 2 of these. We're going to have 1 more of these guys. Then we need a daisy spacer. And then from here, we're going right back in. So we're going to go right back into that bead cap from the box. One of our bright silver. Here, and then our lepidolite. Okay, and from there, we'll pop on that bright silver and that antique copper. And we will do just 1 more of these. Since we started with this, we'll go ahead and end with that. And so we'll pop on one of those spacers, and then we'll just bead cap that guy in another spacer. Now, I did have a question from here. I didn't know for sure, but now I think I know for sure. I want another 3 of these here. And since I'm doing another 3 of these, I may as well do a barrel, right? So then it's that whole series with these being the 3 focals, you know, the 3 focal beads, even though this is our focal down here. I think it'll look beautiful. And so, yeah, I think I want to do that. So let me get out a couple more of these purples. And so I'll probably have to get some more of those out. I wasn't anticipating some of these changes that I'm making, but I'm okay with these changes. They're good, they're good. Okay, and so since that one is done, and let's see here. Okay, yeah, we're good. Let's do our leaf beads. We'll do that same little series of 3. We'll pop that purple on at the end. There it goes. And then we are just going to follow that down. So essentially all we're going to do is add one of these now. Yep. So what those are is 3mm. Followed by the brown filigree. And then, did I put that other bead up that matched? No, I already put it on. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so then out of the 3 of these, the odd man needs to be out because we're going to use 2. I think these 2 are kind of closer than this. I mean, in color, these 2 are closer, but as far as size, which is what I'm looking for, you want both sides to match. You know, as far as length. Okay, I'm going to set this one aside, and actually, because I have that over there, yep, these 2 will be here. Very good. Okay, so pop him on. Let's get him bead capped. And I think that's all she wrote. So I'm going to bead bug this side of it. And then we'll knock out that other side real quick. And we'll go ahead and do all of these strands before we close up on them. That way we know for length purposes and how they lay with each other, not just as this piece itself, but with each other. Okay, so let's get this pretty boy all set the way we want him to be. Okay, so directly from this, because we just got done doing that one, let me move these out of the way. You guys are far too down low. You need to come up a little bit and visit with me. Okay, so on the other end of him is just one of our little purple spacers, because these purple spacers are primarily, they are on either side of the leaves. Okay, so that's that. Grab out 3 of these leaf beads. Okay, then we'll come back in here with one of these little crystals just to end that out. I'm not seeing his hole. There it is. Okay, so we have one of those at the beginning and at the end. Really, really like them. Super good, super good. Okay, so we might need some more spacers. I was thinking we probably needed some more spacers, but okay, so I'm going to do this daisy spacer, and then we're going to do the 3mm bead cap, 4mm aquamarine, pop a bead cap on that other side, and back in with the daisy spacer. And from this point, there's not going to be any spacing before we go right to the bead caps because they look so cool together. So we have that copper bead cap followed by our beautiful dotted filigree bead cap, lepidolite, and then right back up that series. Okay, so from here, we're just coming in there with these little guys, and I love those little specks. Those little specks are actually really awesome. I think they do something. They do something really cool. It makes me happy. So I'm gonna pop on one of these. We'll get us a little baby bead cap. No, what am I doing? Yeah. Okay, I'm with him. Oh my. Have I told you it's been a long day and I haven't gotten sleep? I really was up with Jasper all night. His poor belly. It was terrible. It was terrible. It was terrible. I had him in a bath several times, a warm bath, just trying to kind of, loosen up and move around, things for him, just to help him, because he was just breaking my heart. And the other animals were so sweet to him. Oh my gosh, they were so sweet to him. Maxine just kept coming over and rubbing her nose up against him, and just like reassuring him. And Achilles was just precious. Achilles is still precious, actually. Achilles is over there kind of sniffing him out now. Jasper isn't having it though. He's still not feeling great. And he's tired. He didn't sleep last night. But I know he was in a lot of pain. Okay. And now I've got to figure out a new container system for Squirt's pumpkin seeds. I tell you. Bead cap would be good. And then another dotted spacer. And then our last lepidolite with our bead cap action happening there. My, oh my. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so I'm going to pull in that filigree, pop in the lepidolite, and then come back up that other side of him. Okay, another bead cap. And then, even though we've done this series of 3, we're going to end with one before we go into those leaves, right? So then I'm going to come right in with this spacer. Go ahead and get our 3mm on there. Some aquamarine, another little pop going on. Then we'll just follow it up with that spacer. Okay. So then, just like from down here, what I'm wanting to do, well, first, even though it kind of doesn't matter, it does a little bit to me. I like these to go the other way. I know, and I was just telling you guys, right, how you want things to go the way they're supposed to go. Not that. Not that. Maybe some other things and stuff, but not that. Okay, so before the leaves, we have a little 3mm. And we'll just pop those guys on. Okay, and then, oh, okay, so there's that. And then we just have that barrel bead to finish out this. Okay, so for that barrel bead, we're going to be using, I thought I used the 4mm. Did I use the 4mm or 3? I used the 3. I used the 3. Okay. Originally I wanted the 4. Looks good though, right? Looks good. Okay, so I'm going to pull in that 3. I'm going to do that filigree. Pop our guy on over here that was already predetermined. Thanks to my friends. Okay, and then pop another one of these on and a 3mm cap. Now, surely I'm going to want just a little hint of something sitting on top. I've been thinking on it, and I don't know for sure what I want that to be yet, but I'll have it down pat and we'll get her done before the end of this tutorial. So here's what we're looking at. I'm going to put these side by side just so you can get them in their full glory. And I think this is just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Looky here. That's just beautiful. And it's not overstated, it's not overdone, right? The simplicity of it is also part of the happy stuff for me. Because as a jewelry maker and designer, you guys all know as much as me, even though we want to hoard our beads and not use them, when we're making things, we want like all the beads on there. Surely I can add another strand or 3, you know. We want to embellish and we want to create and we want to design, and it just happens. So before we go to the shortest strand, I think I'm going to do something with these links. Okay, so let's set this guy aside. Really happy about that. Love it. So here's what I'm wanting to do with the rest of this chain and with some of these. And with those. Something super simple, but super pretty and super fun. So I'm going to come in here with these guys. And these are two-sided, so it doesn't matter which side they go to, and that is happy stuff. With these chain links, you're going to lay them down, and I'll lay them down with you, and I can look at them if you want me to. Ask me. Okay, but I want you to confirm on the first one you're grabbing that there are 11 links for me. So, okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up our little hooks, and we're just going to start hooking them together. Okay, so I'm going to open that up. I'm going to pop on my chain. Close it up. And then, like, after that, she would, you know, his mom, she would do his hair. Yeah, I just love it. I just absolutely love it. Okay, so I may as well go ahead and grab this and pop this on the other side. There we go. Then we'll open this one. And we'll pop another chain on. What was that I just... There we go. We want them to stay straight. We definitely want them to stay straight, okay? So on this other side, I'm going to grab another one of these. Oof, that one got me. Okay, love it. We'll go ahead and pop this one on this side. Pop him on here. Super, simple, right? But this would have been a little bit time consuming if I would have done this with you. And it's about as basic as basic. Just a very simple wrapped loop. Not a wrapped loop, sorry, a very simple loop. Just a standard simple loop that you are connecting together with chain to make your own chain. I like it, I like it, I like it. Where are we here? We need one of these. Fun. Isn't that so pretty? Yeah, I'm really liking that. I knew that pale purple would be just gorgeous with that abundance of copper. Okay, and then on the other side of this one is chain. Okay, and actually before I do that, how many chains do we have left? 3? Okay. I mean, I can always cut more, that's not a problem. Just being mindful. All right, getting close on this one, and I'll tell you that third strand is going to come together in no time. It is going to be lickety split. You know what that just hit me? You know how I was telling you one of my very, very early tutorials was titled For the Love of Purple and Copper? I'm pretty sure I have that necklace hanging behind me on the side of that cabinet. Let's finish this chain and I want to check. I have to check. I really want to check. Okay, so if if we are ending out, we're going to have to look at that length as well. So we are going to want to go ahead and do a chain here. So here we'll go ahead and do a chain, add this end, and then we won't do anything else until we're measuring. Okay, and then we'll add the last one or two if we need to. Sound good? Okay. Come on. Okay, and so we will pop this guy on, and then we'll know at the end if he's going to connect to one of these and that's going to be the end of the strand or not. There we go. Okay, so far, oh, I have one extra chain left. So far, this is our second strand, right? It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. I'll put them all together here in a minute. So for that third strand, very simple, but very cool, very elegant, very classy. So excited about it. Okay, so I'm going to pull back out my soft flex in medium, and with this medium, or I'm sorry, soft flex and fine. This one's fine, and I don't know what I was going to say about the fine then. Okay, here's what I'm wanting to do. I want to do a series of 3 of these. Okay, so I'm going to do 3, and for the most part, I don't want just, you know, white on one of those 3 or just the deepest of purples, right? So I'm going to mix it up, but it's not going to be necessarily like it has to be this on each one of those. So in between the 3, and I want to do 3 groups of 3. Okay, so 3 groups of 3, and on each individual grouping, I'm going to pop on a silver spacer. Okay, so in between these groupings, each of the 3 will be just a baby silver spacer, and then we'll do something else at the end of the 3. Okay, so there we are there. So I'll come in here, this, and a bright little pop of silver, and then another 3. Okay, and so now we have the 3 groups of 3, and so in between the 2 of those groupings is a little silver pop. Okay, so we're starting it out like this on both sides. All I'm wanting to do, and I think it's going to be cool, is I want to do that little series like I did in the focal. So I'm going to do that antique copper, the silver, and antique copper, just like so. Okay, and then we'll go right back in here. Then we'll do the 3, the 3, the 3. And just to make this quicker, actually, I'm going to finish the strand doing this identical thing, and I'll be right back. So, what do you think? You like? I like. So the length for this would put these at my collarbone, okay? And so I was thinking about bringing in these rings at the top so that I could just connect these 3 to this ring, and then we could just have chain going around the neck. I'm thinking so. Actually, though, I'm thinking I might want to remove these here for length purposes. I think I do. So, okay, this is what it's going to look like. I'm excited. I like how low this is hanging, like all by itself, just chilling out, hanging down there. So yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so let's go ahead. We'll close this one off together. So let's come in here with these guys. And I do think I'm going to maybe pop these two on the top of these, just to give that little something something, you know, between the silver on silver, because I have my clamshell connectors here and I have my crimp tubes here. Okay, so let's do that. Let's pop one on here. So I'll pop this on each of those sides, then we will close it up. I'm going to re-bead bug this though, just to make sure we're good. Okay, so I have the bright silver that I brought in for this. So the bright silver on these, and then the copper for the connections, because it's fun. Okay, so I'll bring this guy up here. And I have some kind of twisted jump rings. And honestly, I've had those jump rings forever and ever. And it's been 2 different times that I've lost just a few of them. You know, they're in a mix somewhere, or, you know, in one of my little bins of something that I wanted to make and never got to make. And so that had happened again, and I was pretty excited. And I'm like, you guys just keep showing up, don't you? Open this up just a little bit more. Okay, bring that down, and then pop on that crimp tube. And now I'm going to kind of let nature do its, or gravity do its work here a little bit, but I'm wanting to make sure it does have that movement. And then we'll come down in here and send them down. Okay, and then we'll trim this off. Close that up. Okay, so here is strand number 1. Strand number 2. I think I'm going to pop these guys off for the length purposes. I don't want it right on top of this. I want there to be a gap. So we'll just jump ring, chain 2, that link, ring, and then from the link ring, we'll take that chain behind the neck and toggle it. So fun. Okay, so the toggles I have, or I'm sorry, the jump rings that I had left are these 3. I've had them ever since a Facebook Marketplace bead haul, like 2 years ago. Love them, love them, love them. And so actually I'm thinking they might be a little bit small, so I may get out some other ones here, because this is pretty thick. This is a pretty thick ring here. So it's going to go through these, it's going to go through the ring. We do have all the sizes that we got from Beadbox Bargains, but I was kind of wanting textured because it would match so well with our chain that we're using, right? So let's go ahead and close this off, because I know this is kind of the length I was looking for, but I do want to put at the top of this those little silver spacers. So here's the extras that I took off of the mat. So let me grab a couple of those. And I might need a couple anyways for the earrings. I don't know if I had left those out when I put the earring stuff up to bring out for you. But I think that pop, yeah, that little pop on top. Mm-hmm. Good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so we'll bring out those other clamshells. And crimp tubes. Make sure some's sticking out of there because this is a fine. Go kind of towards the center. Squish him down really well. He should be just fine. Okay, so we'll bring that down. And we'll wind it up to make sure we have movement and we're not straight as a board. Bring him all the way down. Pop on that crimp. Make sure we're good, and we are. Then we'll come in here and we will crimp him down. Whoop. He's turning on me. Get down in there in the bottom. I don't mess around with my crimping. I crimp. I crimp because I love using clamshell connectors. It's my favorite, 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 and almost my only. Okay, great. So let's do a jump ring to these. I don't think that's going to be big enough. I just really, really, really don't know. I don't know. So give me a sec. Let me get some of those and we'll get this going. I'm looking to see if my copper in here is rings or links. Oh, do I have copper? Yeah, I have copper in here. Of course I have copper in here. Oh, I have 2 of them, so I bet it's 1 of each. Yep, these do not open. These are links, so they don't open. I can't use those. Oh, those look like links too. Let me verify. We can use regular ones. We totally can, but if we can use textured ones, that would be oh so cool. Yeah, those are links. Okay, no worries, no worries, no worries. No worries, we'll use jump rings. Yeah, when I saw these, I was like, oh yeah, I'll take 1 of each of you. That's what I do. It's terrible. Okay, I think these are the ticket. I have 6 of these. So let's see if I'm right. We will see. Okay, so we'll connect him. Pop him on that ring. Yeah, that'll work out well. Went through lots of things for that, but ended up coming back to what came in the box. So, hello. Okay, so we'll knock out this other side. Then we'll check that length again to make sure that that's the size of chain I want to go around the back of the neck. Okay, so next we will do this guy here. will he not fit? Oh no, oh no. So now we're connected over here. Let's bring this other side in. Yeah. I'm liking that. Yeah, that's a good distance. Okay, so finally, our pretty little mixed faceted crystal strand. I don't know, I feel like something's rubbing off of that ring. Okay, so that'll be good. Whoop, 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 whoop. Did I put that on? Ay, ay, ay. There we go. Not a problem now, as long as I get it all straight and figured out before I put the other side on. Oh, that'll be fun. Oh, that'll be so fun. Look at that. That is so good. That's so good. Okay. Okay, and I'll come in here. Just pop him on like so. Okay. Love, love, love. That is good stuff. Wait, what'd I do? What'd I do? Hold on, friends. I may have messed this guy up. I did. These two are swapped. So let me take this one off. Just real quick, we'll fix him right up. Okay, so let's make sure this guy out of the equation, that everyone is where they're supposed to be. Okay, deal. Okay, so now we'll get him hooked on. A little snug, but he's fine. Okay. Oh my, what am I doing? Here, hold on, let me get this moved here. Okay, he's good. He's good. I didn't have to change anything. That's fun. All right, I can't wait to see how that lays on instead of being like right down in here. And I'm going to check this guy because he looks like he keeps wanting to get kinked. So I'll check him and see what we've got there. But I want to check the length and know if that's the right amount of chain for me. So let me bring him back out here. Okay. So now let's see with this. Oh yeah, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so let's put our chain on and let's get it toggled up and then we're good. We are then good. So I think I need a couple more of those jump rings, right? Oops. Okay, I'm gonna see if these will fit on this chain, because if not, I'm gonna have to go the next size bigger, meaning like bigger around. I don't know if I necessarily want to do that. It'll be okay, but I don't know if I want to do that. So cross your fingers. I'm not thinking so. It's pretty darn big. No, it's not gonna fit. Okay. All right, all right, all right, all right. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Here's what I could do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do these onto this chain, and from this we'll go onto these two guys here. Okay, that way they fit around that ring as well. Okay, so this is going to the chain and then connecting to our bigger jump ring. If it fits, let's just verify that. It's a pretty thick jump ring. Yeah, it'll fit. Looks like it'll still have movement. Let's verify that though. Oh yeah, that's just fine. That's just fine. Close this guy back up. Actually, I'll just leave him, it doesn't matter. I'll hook him on. Mm. There he goes. Okay, so now, who would have known the longest part would take us is something like this. All right. Okay. So then now this with my chain is going to be connected to this ring. Okay, so pop that ring on there. Yeah, that's a pretty thick ring. It is thicker than what I was initially thinking for sure. Yeah, I need to open him up more. Okay. Woo! Saved him. Then we can use regular old jump rings for our toggle. How about that? How about that? And then we can knock out a pair of earrings real quick. I may try to speed up those earrings a little bit more. I may pause this and get a little more done with the earrings. Just that this video isn't super long. There we go. And there we go, and there we go, and there we are. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it. Okay. I went a little far. Okay. And then we'll bring our toggle in here. And hey, we'll use these guys. They will get used after all this time. That's so good. Side number 1. Side number 2. Okay. Oh, how fun is that? How fun is that? That is just beautiful. Beautiful stuff. And so hanging it would be more like this. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, let me do a little bit more on the earrings, okay? And I'll come right back. We'll finish them up and then we'll be good. Okay, just a minute. Okay, so for our earrings, it's going to be simple but super cute, I think. Super cute. Instead of using the pine cones that came in the box, I made what is kind of cute and reminded me of pine cones because I wanted that mixed metal. So what I've done is the same process as what I did here with that lepidolite. I've just done here. Okay, so I have it just the same and I just made it into a little link. And then I came in here with some 24 gauge wire and I treated this the same way I did down here on my connection and the way I connected them and wrapped down here, right? I brought them both up, gave it a twist, cut one of them off, had one standing up straight and made a wrap loop. And then I put just a little pop of silver on there. And I have a little 3mm jump ring that's connecting these two guys together. And then my plan is then to, let me open that up. I'm going to take this jump ring, get him opened up. Okay, so I got him. And then this jump ring, I'm going to grab a hold of the jump ring that is connecting these two. Okay, so he's going to come in here and grab that jump ring and connect us to our focal link. I'm just afraid to drop it is all. My pliers have been struggling with 3mm, but oh, I love 3mm. Okay, that looks great. Okay, so then this is what we're looking like here. So we have that leaf with just that little pine cone looking guy hanging from him, and then we have those pops of silver that shine through. And then at this point, all we're doing is attaching our ear wire. Okay. So this guy comes on like so. Verify. Yep, like so. Close him up. Super simple, but lots of fun. So let me grab our other one. And then these are the earrings. Super cute. Super, super cute. Love them. Love them. My friends, thank you for being here with me. Thanks for hanging in there as, you know, I was here, there, and everywhere. It was kind of a crazy evening yesterday, but I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be creating. I'm so happy to be using a beautiful bargain bead box, and I'm really so happy that I'm doing it with you. Thank you guys so much. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.